Fernando. Okay, looks like there will be a quarterback battle between Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. No way in hell. No way in hell.
They can't afford that. Not for their team. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at a Kyler Murray Arizona Cardinals situation, but with like the entire locker room where everybody's going to be split.
If they do this, John Lynch should go. Kyle Shanahan deserves to be reprimanded. I don't know how. I wouldn't fire him, but it's just incompetence at its finest if they do this. Going back to last season, it would be a mess. I understand why they traded up, and then drafted Trey Lance last season, because they, going into this year, probably looked ahead and knew we were going to need a quarterback. We're going to move off of Jimmy this season if we can. And looking ahead at the class, there's almost no one we feel is good enough to make that trade up.
If Trey Lance was in this class, he'd go number one.
Without a doubt. But with that being said, I still think they should have moved to Trey Lance last year, and it just caused all this drama. I don't know if they couldn't have moved Jimmy last year or whatever the case was, but now trying to do that again.
I mean, and the worry, right? Why did Kyle say that they drafted Trey Lance? Because Jimmy doesn't stay healthy. And guess what? Another offseason where Jimmy's not going to get any work because he's injured.
And what are they saying? He'll come back in July? I
just don't see the battle there. I don't see the battle.
Saying timetable for return is like July, right?
Yeah. Well, and the other piece of this, too, is that they gave Nick Sudfeld a fully guaranteed contract. It's $2 million, but $2 million is $2 million. You know what I mean? Like, you don't do that for a guy who you're like, oh, yeah, he's going to be a 3.
Yeah, I agree.
I think they're banking on Nick Sudfeld being the second.
Nate Sudfeld. Not that it matters.
Nate, whatever. One of those guys. One of those end names.
Fernando, why is Jimmy still on the team, Matt and Zach? I don't understand that. I'm already tired of him being on the team. He can't stay healthy.
Because they think they can get something for him that they can't. They're the anti-Patriots. Whereas Bill Belichick's like, we're trading, and doesn't even call the player by the name. He calls them the number or whatever. He's like, we're trading 75. Get him out of here. Right? They did it with so many guys. They did it with Chandler Jones. They did it with, so many of their other pieces, and they do it like a year early. The 49ers are the opposite, where it's like, no, this is mine. I got to keep it. I love this. And if you won't love it as much as I do, I can't give it to you. Right? And so they're overplaying their hand. They think that Jimmy Garoppolo has the same sway around the league that he does in their locker room, and he doesn't. Nobody wants him. Yep. And they're going to have to come to terms with that eventually and be like, finally make a move. Otherwise, they're just going to be – their jobs are going to be in jeopardy if they don't move him. If this plays out the way that it has so far, if it continues to, it's going to be an issue going forward.
Just want to take a quick second to shout out today's sponsor, Acre Gold. Matt calls it our gold stamp just because it's 2.5 grams. I know you probably think of gold bars and you think they might be a little bigger, but this is 2.5 grams. I actually just got these 2 today in the mail. My subscription is actually going up. Here's my first 2.5 gram gold bar. So I now have 3 2.5 gram gold bars, 7.5 grams of gold here, guys. Look, the days of forking over hundreds of dollars to buy gold at once are over. You can now invest as little as $50 a month to buy gold. And once you reach the market price of 2.5 grams of gold, Acre Gold will discreetly send you a 2.5 gram gold bar in the mail. And that builds up quickly. Trust me, guys. You could set it to 50, you could set it to 100, whatever you want to pay. For as little as $50 a month, though, you could start buying gold today. Click the link in the description and buy some gold. Get it started right now. Thank you, Acre Gold, for sponsoring this video. It's just too messy. It really is just too messy. Outside of the financial aspects, outside of everything else that actually is on the books, but personally, interpersonally, with the team, with the quarterback competition, the coaches, it's too messy.
Right. They look sloppy, and it's going to come back to bite them in future years when free agents are like, do I want to go to San Francisco? I don't know, man. Look how they dealt with that whole quarterback situation. They do not look like a buttoned-up operation right now, and that's a problem.
And you said it earlier. It looks like they were completely overestimating Jimmy Garoppolo's value going into this offseason, acting like they had the pick of the litter as to where they wanted to send him and for what they wanted to get back in return. Well, just about every quarterback has moved, has signed, and Jimmy Garoppolo is still here sitting on a platter. nobody even wants to, send a penny for him. It really is unfortunate. And if Middlecoff's reporting that they were offered a second round pick and they didn't take it, that's just atrocious. It really is atrocious.
And the way it makes me feel is that it was the Commanders that offered that.
Yeah, I could see it. Do you think Jimmy said no?
Because they gave up something similar for Carson Wentz, who was also like just a busted quarterback.
Do you think that he would have said no to that, Jimmy? Because it sounded like they were trying to abide by what he was willing to go to as well. Do you think he was the reason why that trade wouldn't go through?
Maybe.
I know it's speculation, but
maybe. But at the same time, you can't make the move until the new league year anyway, and then by then Jimmy's no trade contract is up, and it's like, all right, fuck it, like too bad.
Yeah. This good point here, Ace Bro. We've talked about this as well. The Niners have won this trade for Jimmy Garoppolo.
And I said this last week too.
You did. You
don't have to win it twice.
No, just move on. Whatever it takes to move on, eat the cap, whatever you got to do, move on, because you've already gotten all of the juice out of this berry. There's nothing left to squeeze. Just go. Just go. Super chat from Fernando. Thank you very much. Zach and Matt, if we're the GM, would you pay $25 million for a quarterback named Jimmy Garoppolo? Also, I bet his teammates are wondering why Jimmy hasn't been traded.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't pay him $25 million.
No.
If I was the GM, I would have taken that second round deal if it was real. And if I called around for 2 months after the season and nobody was interested, I would have cut him by the start of free agency and just eaten the injury guarantee.
Same.
Because you still get $16 million in cap space on top of what you can restructure and get under. So that's what I would have done.
Yeah. Not only that, but an opposing general manager, no way in hell am I paying that for Jimmy Garoppolo. I've seen his tape. I've seen what it is. And it looks like the secret is out on him, and opposing teams know, hey, Kyle Shanahan and Deebo Samuel and Elijah Mitchell basically prop this guy up to this level. Could he make some key throws at key moments? Yeah. Yes. But if we count on him to be the guy to lead us, we're going to be in a pretty crappy situation in a couple of years. And we're probably going to have to be looking for another quarterback anyway. So why are we paying top tier money to a guy who's at very best going to be a bridge? It doesn't make sense financially for another team to do that. And I think that's where the 49ers front office was kind of mistaken. I think they were I think they were expecting a team to see all of the best of Jimmy with none of the downside and be like, okay, cool. There's not enough starting quarterbacks in the league as it is. Let's go get one.
Yeah.
Well, turns out this was the one year where the NFL looked like the NBA, and every single big name free agent that could have moved, or not even free agent, key player that could have moved, basically did, aside from Aaron Rodgers. So it's tough. It really
Although
is
Aaron
tough.
Rodgers got paid. So
he got paid big.
I mean, $50 million a year now for him.
Yep.